Welcome
yeah,
to
pretend you're
episode 37 of the Destiny Nerds podcast. We have a wonderful guest on this week, the one and only Taylor Liz. We will introduce her fully in just a moment. We'd like to shout out to Bearded Luke for not being here. He's doing his job. He is okay. We love him very much. But we have a wonderful Havoc back this week. Havoc, welcome back. I'm so happy that you are healthy, dude. Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
me too. Me too. It helped. It helped step away a little bit for my health, my mental, everything. So I'm ready to get back into this, man. Get back into it every Sunday night with you guys.
I'm happy to have you, dude. I'm happy to have you. For those that don't know, Havoc was just gone for about 3 months. You missed on a lot of, dude. I wish we had you because we had a lot of awesome guests on.
Yeah, I mean, I did pop in. You know, I would sit here and watch.
You're
Have you
here in
guys in the
spirit.
background while I'm folding clothes, watching you guys on the TV. So that's what I did.
Well,
that's what dads do, man. Like
right.
Folding clothes and watching on the TV, man.
Right. Well, what have you been doing? You've been gaming. What have you been doing in your hiatus?
Oh, man, I feel like I'm the guest on this episode now.
Well, you're back, dude. I'm happy to have you.
I mean, I don't game as much now. Like I think it's just kind of a funk that I'm in, and it's not really a Destiny thing. It's just like gaming in general for me is just, I don't know, just eh.
It's just another thing. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for games or excited for Destiny. The only time I really jump on to Destiny is on reset, do the story, whatever is the new story, raid with my clan to try to get Vex, which, by the way, got Vex with the class last week.
This is bull crap. This is absolute crap. It does not exist. I cannot get it to save my life.
But that's all I really do. Then I jump on playing like, Final Fantasy 14 or on my streams, I'm playing, being that it's spooky season, I'm playing a lot of scary games now. I played, what did I play on Friday or Saturday? I played Visage,
dude. I've heard that's terrifyingly scary. Visage, I think.
Oh.
I played PT. It's basically like a PT clone, so to speak. So, yeah. I yelled a lot. I screamed a lot. I got a little high pitched Saturday night.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing that right now for the month of October, is playing some spooky games, Dead by Daylight, Phasmophobia, etc., etc. So that's what I'm doing currently.
Awesome, dude. Well, again, happy you're back. We have a absolutely wonderful guest this week. If you don't know who she is, you need to know who she is. She goes by the name Taylor Liz. Welcome to the podcast, Taylor. We're so happy to have you.
That's me. Thank you for inviting me.
We always just like to hear, who you are, what you do, where you do it. Kind of just introduce yourself to those that don't know who you are. It seems like a lot of people do, of course. They're already hanging out in chat. So go ahead.
Let's happy.
Let's hear it.
Well, I'm Taylor Liz, I guess. Taylor is my first name. I mostly am a Destiny 2 content creator now, but it didn't always start that way. It took me a little while to come around to Destiny. I have lots of friends in the community who played it before I got into it. And it took them a lot of convincing, but I eventually did. And I'm here now.
That's awesome.
I don't know when I'll leave, but I'm really enjoying it. So, right.
Yeah, so tell us your story as your streaming career so far. You said you didn't start with Destiny, so like we baby Taylor Liz on Twitch. How did that start? And then just kind of take us through your journey as a Twitch streamer so far.
Content creator.
Yeah.
So I guess I've been streaming for a little over 2 years now. I have friends who streamed on Twitch or used to, so I kind of learned about Twitch through them. Because I didn't really know what Twitch was until like they were streaming, so they're like, "Hey, check out my stream," and I was like, "Okay." But so I kind of watched them play. They did like Rocket League, Fortnite, stuff like that.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how like a lot of people kind of start, just like
Sure.
the easy games or popular ones. But my first stream I think was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then my next stream was Minecraft. I used to stream twice a day actually, because I was a psycho. But I would do like Minecraft in the morning and then Assassin's Creed at night, and I started playing Witcher 3. And that was, I feel like, when I got a good chunk of my core community was when I played Witcher, and that was like my main game for a couple months. And then I kind of wrote out the RPGs category Some scary games. I mean, I'm not good with scary, but I really enjoyed playing them.
Right.
um, so I kind of hope to do a lot of that this month. But so I kind of like game hopped. I feel like for a little while. Did some shooters. Like I liked Gears. COD. I didn't really care for, but then I landed on Black Desert Online for almost a year. That was like or probably like 9 months. So that was, besides Destiny, that was like probably my main game. That was the game a lot of a good chunk of my community found me was through BDO. That's an MMO RPG for people who don't know what that is. I don't recommend playing it. It's a big grind, grindier than Destiny. But and then I was kind of getting bored of BDO. It just like it's one of those games that's like an endless grind, but that one has such a rough payoff. Like you put all these hours in and just for minimal rewards, and I kind of just was getting sick of it. So then I like floated for a bit. Among Us, Phasmophobia were out at the time, so I was kind of just playing those games, Fall Guys, stuff like that. And then I had a lot of my friends be like, "Let's play, or you should play Destiny too." Like they'd been trying to get me to play for a year, but I was in BDO, so I was like, I'm busy. No.
You're being stubborn.
Yeah, exactly. But my good friend, she's Emma. Some of you might know her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually met when like a week or two into me streaming. I was playing Witcher, and she was also streaming Witcher at the time. So that's kind of how we met, and she's been a really good friend of mine since then. And she'd been playing Destiny for like a year or so before I started playing, and she'd been wanting me to try it. And then I finally did, and the first 3 days, I think I put in like 50 hours. So
Oh
like,
my
okay.
gosh.
It was kind of disgusting. So I've been playing since. I think I just hit my year of playing Destiny 2 like a
Awesome.
week ago. But I've been enjoying it ever since. I've been streaming mostly, I mean, ever since I started streaming, like I don't think I've taken like time off. Like I don't take like month breaks or breaks in between. Like I've been like not full-time streaming since then, but like I've been like streaming
Pretty
since
consistent.
I started streaming. Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. So a year in Destiny, you started completely fresh? Like you didn't have like a character that you came back to or whatever because you started the game already, or?
So I had gotten D1 on Xbox when it came out because like I loved Halo.
Mhm.
That was probably some of my first games I played when I got into gaming. And so I wanted to play Destiny because like I had a cousin that did and he really liked it. So I was like, oh, I'll try it. And I was really scared to do anything multiplayer. So I did the campaign and then I did like a public event and then I just never touched it again.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
But it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just didn't know what it had to offer because I never dove into it.
Sure.
Because I didn't have friends to play with, so I was scared to do stuff alone. So I never tried. Like I didn't jump into any of the playlist stuff. So I just did the campaign. Don't even really remember it, so I should probably revisit the game. Then D2 came out. I didn't play it at release. But I got it eventually. Maybe honestly, probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I downloaded it on Xbox, did the campaign, did like a single game of Crucible, and got shit on. So I just didn't touch it again. But I like the story.
Mhm.
But so same thing. Like I just kind of did the campaign solo stuff. Didn't do anything else. Didn't know LFG was a thing. If I did, maybe I would have stuck with the game a little bit longer. But fake Destiny fan. But so I didn't. So I really liked it. Like so I had a character. I paired the wrong account when I tried
Oh
doing the cross save.
no.
Because I have a couple Xbox accounts, so nothing got saved, but I didn't really have any endgame stuff anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah. So you basically started fresh all over again. That's
it felt
fine.
like I started fresh.
A long
from the
story
very
short,
beginning.
we started over.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
Because
go.
I basically didn't remember much of it at all. So basically fresh.
Fast forward a year. What are your thoughts on Destiny as a whole? Obviously, you have good thoughts about it because you stuck with it now. So
I really like it. Like I know that there's decisions that people don't always agree with that the devs do or put in the game, or
right.
just constant PvP tuning. But I really enjoy the game. I loved the campaigns. I love the story, the lore. I wish I knew more of the lore. Like I probably should dive into that better. But
You and me both.
yeah. But I mostly PvP. But I really enjoyed the game a lot. I didn't, I don't think I'd still be playing it a year later.
Sure. Yeah, obviously. I would think if that at a point in time you'd probably find something better. But
Yeah.
well, that's awesome because it's well, the reason we have you on here is because we notice how awesome you are when it comes to Destiny and how fast you kind of grew within the community, and it I guess it helps because you said you had some friends, that you've played with. Who are some people that kind of brought you back to Destiny? You said it was Emma, and then you've been playing with a lot of awesome people recently, from what I've seen.
A lot. So I started playing, and mostly honestly just with the community I was building and friends I'd made prior on Twitch.
Mhm.
I did play with Emma, but a lot of so she had like a pretty big friend group of streamers that played the game, but they all had to stop playing right when I started playing.
Oh
So we
gosh.
didn't all play that much, but I did play with Emma a bit. And I feel like only recently have I been branching out and playing with other streamers and making friends in the category or just in the genre.
Mhm.
But so like I knew people, visited streams, talked to people, but I never really like collabed or played with that many people
Yeah.
besides Emma. And then a few months ago or a couple months ago, there was some streamers who got together for a like kind of like a D2 streamer community little meetup in Orlando.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you were a part of that.
Yeah, so that's mostly what sparked me playing with a lot of the people I've been playing with.
Well, consider me jealous because I'm literally like right down the road from that. So like that was so awesome to see. You had Clyde, Sweat, CB Gray, Evan, all them guys
Evan
get together. Oh my gosh, that must have been so much fun.
It was so much fun. Like honestly, probably one of the best trips. Just like you kind of see people on a screen, and not that people some people do have like a persona, but you might be different on stream than you are in person, and they're like some of the most genuine, down to earth people I've ever met. So that was like a trip to remember. Like I'm so happy I went and was invited because I didn't even know about it until like a couple weeks before. So it was kind of, I think they'd been planning it for a while, but I was kind of like a last second invite. But I really
because
enjoyed
mentioned it when we had him on. He was
that's right, he did. Yeah, because the GCX, it was right whenever GCX got canceled. So he's like, you know what, we're gonna still go to Orlando, and then he made it happen. I mean, he said, I'm going, whoever wants to show up can show up. So I guess it kind of turned into a little bit of a trip. But that's awesome. I'm so jealous because those guys do seem so cool.
They are really
I think
cool.
we've had a handful of them on here before, and
I saw CBs.
They're fantastic people, man.
And Clyde, obviously.
Yeah, they are fantastic people, man. I would love to meet them in person, and I plan to whenever hopefully GCX rolls back around. That's gonna be awesome.
I'm super excited for that. I've never been to a convention.
Me neither. It'll be our first one. As me, and then as hopefully the Destiny nerds. Hopefully we just blow up by then. That'd be fantastic, of course. But no, I'm kidding.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, right.
More Destiny nerds in this podcast.
right. So that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear your story. It's not very often you see people come from literally a completely different community with BDO, and then hop into Destiny with some friends, and then bam, you're hanging out with some of the top guys when it comes to their directory and stuff. So I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Crazy. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Well, here's my question for you, because I know that I know that we're big gym rats. I'd love to hear your huh?
What'd you say?
I can step away during this, right?
Yeah, right. No, this is motivation going on here, okay? I would love to hear your story when it comes to your fitness and such, because if you go to your Twitter account, you see your pinned tweet is your
progress.
Your progress picture. So I personally would love to hear your progress story, if you don't mind sharing it. And you can make it short and sweet. You can lengthen it, whatever you want to do.
Okay, we'll see how lengthy it gets.
Oh gosh.
No, I don't think it'll be that long. But so I had kind of always liked working out. I come from a pretty big family, like heftier. So like I kind of grew up a little bit chunky. So I feel like as a kid, sometimes everybody has body image issues, especially now in today's society with social media. But so I kind of grew up like having those bad feelings about myself.
Hmm.
But so I did sports, like I did tennis, I did cross country, track, like I was really into that stuff. Um, and I did senior year is mostly what sparked my love for the gym. I did a weightlifting class for the whole year, and that's where a good chunk of my like form and ideas for working out and just preferring to lift and strength focused working out kind
Mhm.
of came in. Was from that class. Great coach, but so I after high school I kind of kept that going a little bit, but not really. Like it was always kind of like I'm going to work out 5 days a week, and then I would do like two, and just kind of not stick with it. Just fad diets, like just kind of the stuff you see on Instagram that is like unrealistic.
Oh yeah.
Or just even outright fake, blatant lie type stuff because marketing pushes those things, unfortunately. So that's also I think why before streaming I kind of like wanted to do more fitness content creating. Like so my Taylor Liz Instagram account was actually a fitness account first. It was like my
Oh,
gym
cool.
progress when I really actually dove into fitness and was focusing on nutrition and lifting and had learned more of those things because it was a lot of self-research like when you just don't know people who know know the correct actual factual stuff. But
Right.
so I kind of liked it, didn't get back into it for a while, and then I met my husband and he's in the military, so we were actually out in Korea I think 2019.
Oh wow.
And out there it was really amazing experience, but don't have a lot of family or friends around,
Sure.
so I was alone with myself a lot, and that was when I decided like I want to do something. So I just started going to the gym a lot, like watched podcasts like this one but for fitness, YouTube videos, just kind of really started to learn like what I was doing wrong, what I could be doing better, and some of the stuff is going to be like wishy-washy, but it overall helped me get a good foundation. And I just started working on myself, and then a few years later, I've still been at it. I really love it. Like I said, I made that Instagram account for my fitness journey, and I still do post a lot of fitness stuff on there. I do Twitch stuff as well, but so all my social media platforms are like a mix of Twitch and gaming, but also fitness stuff, and so those two things are kind of like really key to my identity as a creator, I guess. And just on those platforms.
That's awesome.
Comments. But
Damn.
yeah, so I guess it's been a couple of years. It's 2021. And actually I started like October of 2019, I believe. So I think it's been 3 years now.
That is awesome.
Or
And
is
you've
that
been,
2?
I
It's been
think
2 years. Wait, 3.
You're the one.
these past
two.
few years are all just one big year. Let's be honest.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe it was 2018. I don't even.
See
Maybe
what
it's 2018.
what
Things just bleed into
what
each other
even
now
is
these days.
2019 at this
Yeah.
point? Nobody even knows.
They just didn't happen.
Right. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's motivating to see other people in the community that are focused on gym and staying healthy and stuff like that, because that's what I'm trying to do as well too. And try to motivate
Yeah.
others as well. So it's awesome that there's other people like that because we all, if anybody knows at any point in time in this world, right, that we live in, your health is very important. Not only
Mhm.
with COVID and stuff going on, but also your mental health, your physical health, staying
Physical
healthy,
health,
and all
they
and
all kind of overlap.
all the above.
Mhm.
Because
Well,
if it wasn't for the gym, I'd be insane at the moment. So
COVID was horrible about that for me. I was out of the gym for like 7 months, and it was a struggle. I worked out at home, but I am more fond of lifting, so it was just stuff that I just wasn't doing what I wanted to be able to do. It was
Yeah.
just like, so it really was rough for a little while, but we're back in the gym. I don't know.
now
Consistent,
your
loving it.
your husband works out with these old too.
No.
What the heck?
No, he is the total opposite. Like well, his genetics were a little bit better
He's
than
just
mine.
he's
but
just ripped
so he's just
with no
naturally
effort.
no, no, he's naturally just on the just lean. Doesn't really need to work out
Man,
to
must
be
be
like in
nice.
shape or just at
Ah,
least like an average, like normal.
right.
But I
You hear that? You're average and normal, hubby.
Yeah.
no,
She said it.
that's not what I
Average. No, I'm
meant.
kidding.
And
That's funny.
But I tried to get him to come with me. I mean, being in the military, he does have like those physical requirements.
Sure,
So
sure.
he prefers more cardio if he has to work out. But if he could sit at home and game all day and not have to do anything, he would.
well, I
I
think
feel that.
anyone.
I
Yeah.
feel that. Now, does
But
he stream as well too? Does he game with you
so he
majority of the time?
so he recently actually started playing Destiny again and has been playing with me a little
Cool.
bit. But he streamed before I did, and that's actually like we already had some of the stuff I needed to start streaming, like a
Oh, awesome.
what's it called, a capture card and a webcam. So like we already had some things. So he had been doing it, and then when we moved to Florida from Korea, and I had nothing to do again, I was like, I play video games all day anyway, or not all day, but I play video games anyway, so I should maybe try it too. And here we are. Later.
Awesome. That's awesome. What a freaking fantastic story. We love to see it. So
Oh my gosh. He said I'm the reason she isn't called Tay Plays on Twitch.
Oh my
That was
God.
actually gonna be my
Yeah.
that was one of the drafted
all right, so he
names.
wins. He
Mhm.
wins that. Okay. He's gonna hold that above you, I'm sure, for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
When it comes to, you hit that 1,000,000 followers, you're just like, what, I could have been called this, and he's gonna pop into chat. He's gonna be
You
like,
would have
because of me, you're not called.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh goodness,
That
that's
was
funny.
I'm really
Pay
thankful for that one,
plays.
'cause
So Taylor Liz
I
is.
don't know.
Where did that name come from? He came up with that, or is that you said Taylor's your
No,
name,
I
of course?
came up
So
with that. So one of my, I guess I have two middle names, but one of my middle names is Elizabeth.
I had a
and
feeling.
So
Okay.
I had like another. I used to write on like there's not like not a Wattpad, but it was called like Quotev or something like that, and it was like a quiz and story type of website, and I used to write, and that was like one of my like alternate, like it was like something Taylor Elizabeth, but then I just took the Liz because it was short and sweet.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're now Tay Plays, by the way. That's the only thing we're gonna
No,
refer to you
I'm a Tay,
as.
please no.
Oh my goodness.
Looking back on it now, it was really horrible. But at the time, I was like, well, why not? Like, it sounds fine.
Right. No, it sounds. I mean, that sounds like an awesome tag. I would roll with that.
Gross.
I wouldn't, but anyways.
No, I'm glad I didn't.
I understand that. Well, awesome,
dodged a bullet.
fantastic, and yeah, you did actually. He helped you dodge that bullet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic story. We love to see it. We love to hear it. You're now a
Whoa.
partnered streamer on Twitch, and
There we go.
even then, you still have camera problems. We love to see it.
Yeah, I just focused on nothing.
So let's start talking about Destiny. That's what we got you on here for, because you are indeed you're the newest Destiny nerd. Welcome.
Content creator.
So Destiny, Havoc, have you been keeping up with what's going on in Destiny recently?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I only log in just to do the story content,
Right.
do the raid, and that's it. So yeah, I'm
So story content.
Not this week. I'm not caught up.
Story
this week.
content. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about the story so far? Because we got a little taste of
Yeah, I like the beats of it. Yeah,
pre-Witch Queen almost.
yeah, I like the beats that it's giving us. But the only thing I'm bummed about, and I think a lot of people share this, is when they did the whole Destiny Witch Queen reveal. I feel like they revealed too much, because we know what's going to happen, being that we're messing with Savathun right now.
That is
So we
true.
already know what's going to happen. So like we know
We just
that
don't know
she's
how
gonna.
it happens.
Yeah,
Right.
So that's the only thing that bothers me. I wish Bungie wouldn't show or reveal everything, but
I mean,
yeah,
we knew she
other
was
than
coming
that-
at some point, right?
Well, and I feel like for that is like the main driving factor of some of the hype, like with the story.
yeah, they have to, yeah, because Bungie knows how to build hype when it comes to the trailers and stuff. So they
Mhm.
know marketing, and it's gonna get more purchases on the DLC. So I understand the reasons why, because it's business. But like
Mhm.
as a fan, that we put like a lot of stock into this, you don't need the whole thing. Like, just tease us a little
Mhm.
bit. So
I was a little surprised logging into the season for the beginning to like us talking with Savathun. I was like, well, we already kind of know that we're gonna be against her at some point, so it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah, because then I
there's
think
a
she's
little
telling
bit.
me, I'm like, I don't believe you what you're telling me,
Yeah.
because I know in February it's on. So
Right.
like, yeah.
I mean,
See it
obviously we're in that
unravel.
like that weird prequel stage of like we know what's gonna
Mhm.
happen, like you're saying, but like how, like what happens
Which
before?
which can be good though, because there
I
are
think
some
it
movies
is.
that will have like the first movie will be whatever it is, and then the second movie will be a prequel. So you some things you already know, but then you kind of see how it happens.
We've seen
Right.
the behind the scenes, of course, that I think is gonna be fantastic. I mean, who the freak knew that Savathun was actually Osiris this whole time? Like, nobody knew. I mean, you knew that? See, I had no clue. I'm over here like, what the frick is happening to Osiris?
Because I'm dumb and I read spoilers.
Oh, okay. Well, then that didn't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
They lost today, by the way.
Good.
We're an NFL podcast now. Okay,
can't-
so
Yes.
the
Let's
Eagles.
talk football. Yeah. No, I'm
I don't
kidding.
Yeah.
not under this.
I can't help it when it comes to like spoilers. Like, I always warn my clan, like, all right, there's spoilers out there, so stay away from Twitter. But if you want to
I
know,
try to
hit
not
me
look
up.
too.
Yeah. Right. No,
Well,
I
'cause
saw.
I don't like to know story reveals.
No, I
Maybe
don't.
like weapons or maybe something like that coming out. If I maybe hear something that won't upset me, but I don't really want to know the story. I want to learn that when
I used to be like that. But then when D2 got me so jaded with everything, like, I'm to the point, like, I don't try to spoil it for anybody else.
Whoa.
But like,
Sorry, my ring light.
Wow,
shut off on
between
me.
the lights, wow, what is going on tonight?
Dude,
Anyway,
Luke's not here.
so like,
That's how you know we're streamers.
Luke,
Right.
Always
but yeah,
those
like I
technical
was saying,
difficulties.
like D2 has me jaded in the sense where like I don't spoil it for my clanmates. So like, if they want to know, I have them hit me up. But like, I used to be like, I don't want to know spoilers, but now I want to know. I want a reason to be excited about something.
That's true.
Because if I'm going to play something, and not everyone's like that, and they want to be surprised, but
Some
I'm at the
people
point.
look for spoils. Like,
Yeah.
some people want to know everything.
So I want to see if it's going to be worth it to me to play, because I don't want to do the same old damn thing over and over again. And I'm more excited about the whole Savathun thing, simply because we've always heard about her for years and years and years.
Right. Yeah.
And she's part. Oryx is my favorite just character in the Destiny world.
I gotta
Just in
play Demon.
general. So, and the whole lore behind Oryx, Crota, Savathun, etc. Yeah, so that's I was a little bit more wanting to see the spoilers just to see if it's worth it or if they're gonna screw it up. So far they haven't. Knock on wood again. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
I think the thing that so I'm not a big story person. Like, I mean, I like the story and I don't really pay attention to it. It's where like I can tell you what's going on. But this one has kind of got me a little bit wrapped into it. Like the whole little when it was, I think it was a few weeks ago when you had to walk up to and see the way Petra and the Crow were talking to each other. I'm like, whoa,
Yes,
right.
with the knife scene.
Whoa.
Where she like put the knife.
shit's
Sorry,
about to go
spoilers.
down, like
But yeah,
I'm over here
but
like
I haven't seen anything since that because I'm behind by like. a
so
couple
neither
weeks.
yes, I'm at that point as well too, because then Trials came out or something like that, or then
Yeah.
then Trials started to come out or whatever, and I didn't really do a lot of the story content.
Right.
But dude, seeing that, I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's not just the
Yes.
missions or the Shattered Realm that we're doing. It's like behind. It's literally because you didn't have to go into a cutscene. It was right there in the show, like social space where they were talking, and you had to get close and like, what the heck are they talking
Yeah,
about?
I accidentally went through the portal.
Yeah.
And then had to go back because I saw the dialogue at the bottom. I was like, wait a second, I missed
Yeah, I
it.
almost did the same thing too, because I heard them talk about it. I didn't know they were standing there.
Yeah.
You almost went right through the portal just to see Mara. I'm like, oh wait, I need to
Yes, I
watch
did
this.
I
Because
did
it said
the
talk to
same thing.
Petra, so I thought she was down in like the corner or something like that. Then I come back, I'm like,
Mhm.
wait, they're right here in front of me. And then they're just
Yeah.
like talking to each other. I'm very curious, and I really hope that something happens with the Crow. One, I hope the motherfucker dies. I don't
I'm
like
Team
him.
Crow.
No.
I'm Team
No.
Crow.
No, if
okay.
Petra goes down, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
No, I don't want Petra to go down. I'm just saying that I feel like he's not Aldrin.
Oh, before that,
Anymore.
I was Team Aldrin. I
What?
never cared for Cade. I never cared for
What?
Cade. Never
Came
did.
off the podcast. Good Goodbye.
What?
Never cared for Kate.
You come back and say that?
I like villains. When I say Oryx is my favorite character of all of Destiny, that should give you an
God.
inkling of what type of characters
I mean,
like.
I like Oryx too, but
You can
I'm
like
what?
him, but not hate the good guy at the same
Never
time.
cared for Cade, so I did not drop a tear when he died.
Oh my! Are you a Titan main?
Nope, I'm a
Yeah,
warlock.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Cran eater.
Oh my God, Havoc! I had no clue,
What the heck?
dude. I'm
Oh,
flabbergasted.
How dare you?
Okay, so what do you want the crow to do then? Because I don't think. I mean, obviously, like he got his memory erased, or whatever, but he's still that being that
Right.
killed.
It's the same. It's like he's like a skin. He's like the flesh bag.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah. But I know
But
what
the
you're saying, but
sentience, the mind, it's not him.
but he's still
So
that
it might be. So
body.
it might look like him, but it's not him.
I think he's still a piece of shit.
That body did those things, but he is not the one who did them. So I think he should be given some grace. But
I think so. From my understanding, it seemed like he started having those weird, like, and then you can even tell, like, Petra was kind of like, I don't think you're actually who we think you are, almost. And like, from what I understand from it,
They're looking for a reason.
No,
They're
I
looking for a reason.
good.
I think it was more so because he does have some similar personality tendencies that Uldren had. So I
Right.
think they're more worried he's going to, like, he's impressionable, vulnerable to those same things, like
Or maybe he's faking
when
it.
he was under. I don't think so. He seems sensitive.
Maybe he's literally the same person, but he's just the crow.
No, because he's a guardian, so he doesn't
Mhm.
remember his past life.
I know, but that's just, I'm just thinking here. I'm a PvP player. We just like to think about things that can't happen. So
Yeah.
shut up,
I
Havoc.
don't want him to. I feel like it's gonna happen, but I don't want him to be like under Savasence. Like I don't want her to wrap her little whatever around him and kind of make him do bad things again. Like
No, that
I
already
feel like-
happened during Forsaken.
Right.
No, but what I'm saying,
With
but I'm
Riven.
talking about with him as Crow.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't want him
Yeah,
to get
I
like
know what you're
So like this
attached to her again.
character, this version of him. Yeah, exactly. I know. But he also had a weird thing for his sister. I don't know.
Facts.
Well, she's hot. So I mean,
Yeah, but
So-
that's his sister. So
There was the
that's
whole
different.
thing. I don't know if you guys saw the whole thing on Twitter about how like there's literal like rumors going around that someone is gonna die like when it comes to Destiny. Like
is this crossing spoiler
I-
territory?
I feel like
I
he's
don't know-
gonna die.
I don't
feel
think-
like Crow's gonna die, but I don't know.
so. I don't think this is spoiler, but I just think it's more so like theory crafting almost.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole like article on it or whatever I saw on Twitter. I didn't read it, of course, because I don't really give a shit. But in all honesty, I don't care who
You're
dies.
not that invested.
I don't really care. When is PvP gonna be perfect? That's my real question. But who do you? Okay, so theory crafting. You're thinking the crow, and then there's a lot of people. I think a lot of people were saying something. I think a lot of people were saying Zavala for some reason, but I don't
Nope.
know why.
I don't think they would get rid of
Nope.
Zavala,
But I don't
because
know
they already
why.
took out-
Like
they already
Everyone,
took out Kate.
I will tell you
so-
right now, everyone thinks it's going to be Osiris that gets killed.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it could be. I hope it's not for Saint's sake, but I think it
no,
could be.
a lot of people were saying Saint.
Because-
That's what it was. I'm sorry, not Zavala. A lot of people were saying it was Saint. I forget about
I
him.
think it's going to be Osiris. He
They
doesn't have a
cannot-
ghost. He's easy
They
to kill.
Not take Saint out.
That's true. You just said
can't.
he doesn't have it.
Who else are they going to replace him with?
That's
like-
true.
no, it's going to
Interesting.
be Osiris.
I hope it's okay. I feel like I could see that too, and I think they'd crush our hearts with some sad moment with Saint and like.
Well,
I
because
hope
someone
that
was saying like
doesn't
Saint's already
happen.
They
lived
both don't have
his.
ghosts. Yeah, they
Saint's
both
already
don't have
been through his
ghosts.
timeline of like being the main character, or whatever. Now it's time for him to
Right.
go away.
What if it was like it happened in some like act of love, like defending
Ooh.
Osiris or something, like.
Ooh.
And like a really, regardless, it's gonna probably make us cry or really sad. So I feel like it's gonna be something.
Not
that
Havoc,
there's
apparently.
some kind of attachment.
Havoc's not gonna cry.
Why can't it just
What
be
if
Haw-
Ikora dies trying to
What
save
if it's just
Osiris? No.
okay? I think we all agree that Hawthorne should be the one who goes because all she does is.
She doesn't.
Dude.
She kind of doesn't do anything.
All she does is
We
have her
thought- we thought
glitchy ass.
Ikora never did anything.
Yeah,
Hawthorne
right.
hasn't done anything since Vanilla Destiny 2.
Yeah, right. Except giving my clan engram from the week,
Give me-
whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Listen, all Hawthorne does is have a glitchy ass eagle on her thing, whatever. That thing literally just shakes his head
Yeah.
every time you come in to visit her. or
Not an
whatever.
eagle.
Like Eva. every-
Falcon Hawk? I don't know. Hawkthorn? I don't know what her name is. Who cares? She's pointless.
Hawthorne.
She's pointless.
I want them
Anyways.
to make Amanda Holiday more relevant.
Yeah, that's true.
SRL. They already did that and they took it away from her. I'm just saying.
That is true.
They
Wait,
did
what's
make her
that?
relevant.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't know about SRL Havoc.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Destiny
That's
1,
right.
there was
You don't. Oh, you're
there
so young.
was
Never
the
quit 2 years.
Sparrow Racing League.
League. Oh, that was a Destiny
Oh,
1.
I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that, and I remember seeing some vids, but I never was able to.
So
like,
it's literally it's like a PvP mode of just Sparrow Racing and stuff like
why
that.
did they take that out? Like that would be fun still.
There's reasons. It costs a lot of money.
Who you
and
tell? I don't know.
It was during the time where Activision was still like freaking in the money, so they had that extra wallet. But now
That's true.
since they've gone solo,
Well,
don't-
and the game's getting popularity again, so they could have the player base for it. Maybe in the past they're like, "Oh, the game's dying." There's
Possibly.
So
nobody that
it
would
came
play
out
it.
with it came out in like with Christmas time. So maybe
yeah, the Dawning. It came out during the Dawning.
Oh, so it was like a limited time thing.
It was during all of
start with.
December and a
to
little bit of
start with,
January.
and then eventually became a like a private match thing that you could do.
Yep.
Which
They
is pretty
should bring
fun.
it back.
And then next
I
time, the
want
next year
experience.
around, they brought in a few more maps, and it was like a Triumph book as well too. So you had to like get like this like a set a record time and stuff like that. It was really cool. And like there were like what is it? Not consumables, but like just achievements and stuff that you can get like in the race. So you had to like collect certain things as you were racing. Of course, get first places and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. It was
fun.
truly so much fun. But it was difficult as well too because there was always that
Is it-
forklift. That
They're
motherfucking
talking
forklift.
about Trials SRL.
They're
I feel
just
like they should do that, like a Trials lab of it.
that'd be cool.
I don't know. That would be weird though, because then it wouldn't be Trials.
No, I just they're just have to be in chat.
You know your chat.
It's they're my chat, so they're
There
being
you go.
extra degenerate. Yeah.
No, but okay,
But
but
yeah.
you missed. Oh my gosh, you have to go back to D1. Taylor, you're gonna love it.
I need to. I have streamer friends that are like, we're gonna do some raids and stuff.
You are gonna. If you don't go to King's Fall, then you're just missing out. You need to do King's
Gotta
Fall.
do it.
King's Fall, come back, tell
I
me
got
everything.
chills. Is that the one with? Which one is the one with Oryx?
It's King's Fall. Yep.
It's King's Fall, because I never saw anything from it this whole time, and then like a month or two ago, I was on Twitter and I saw like a random like throwback, like, and it was like the reveal of him and like somebody being really excited about it, and I was like, whoa, that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
sick, and I got chills, but I don't even have any attachment to it, and it was really cool to see.
Man,
But-
Taken King.
It's like Sabathun. We like beginning of Destiny 1. We heard a lot about Oryx. And then obviously we fought his son, and yeah, like the big bad's coming, and that was what culminated
Mhm.
that fall. So yeah, it was
I'm
kind of a big deal.
I'm excited for the glaive. That weapon looks really cool.
Oh god. Oh, you're talking about. Oh,
From the
okay.
Witch Queen reveal. Well, it's unrelated. I just thought of it.
Yeah. No, I was
It's
like,
Destiny.
Glaive,
It's
what?
all
Destiny,
related.
Destiny
Yeah.
1 Glaive. What you talking about? I forgot. Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
so. Okay, well, we could talk about Witch Queen because, of course, like you said, we've been hearing about Savathun for a long time now.
Right.
So, one, I thought like she looked flawless, like just like go off, Queen,
Literally.
because
as I
you
would
look fantastic.
as I would imagine that she would look like that would. be
that
what she
was,
would look
dude.
like.
She
Yeah.
exceeded my expectations with like the you know
Reveal.
the reveal of what she looked like when they actually put a face to the name. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, like she's gonna be badass, and then she threw out her like moth
all
wings
the-
almost. I'm like,
Well, and then all the hive ghosts.
yes, right. And then they have
That
like
was
the
so
white
sick.
the white bone look to them, and now oh my god,
Mhm.
dude, the aesthetic of
It's so.
the
It's
reveal
gonna be good.
just hit me with like the old Taken King vibes. I'm like, oh
Mhm.
yes, that like mysterious, mystical, like magic is everywhere, space. Like who
It
knows
was
what's gonna happen?
It was so good. It was like really, yeah, like you said, aesthetically pleasing. I watched the showcase probably like 3 or 4 times. Like just the
Me too. I think I
just
watched
like
like
the-
10.
yeah, just the 30-minute segment that was all the stuff that they were showing, like not the before stuff, but
Right.
that I got chills every single time. Like the trailer is so good. It's just really exciting, and just the weapon crafting. That's gonna be interesting.
So
to see.
thoughts. So what do you think? How do you think that's gonna be? Because they've kind of they haven't done weapon crafting in the past, but they've done like weapon forging back in Destiny 1, and then and it had to do
They
with whole
did.
like
For Curse of
was-
Osiris, they had a crafting somewhat.
did they?
I don't know how it's gonna go, because I feel like I was a little bit iffy about it.
And Brother Vance, there was the I forgot what it's called, where the glyphs. Do you remember that?
Oh, you're talking about yes, those weapons. I wouldn't really consider that crafting though, because you knew what you were getting.
Similar.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think in this case it's going to be like an
You're
overall like
talking about more randomized, trying to
Right.
craft, certain roles.
But in
yeah.
Destiny 1 they had what they called weapon forging. It was
They
very
did.
very minor. Like you went in, you took a weapon and you had 4 things that, like of consumables and currency that you just traded in and it re-rolled your weapon. That was
Right.
literally as simple as it was. But this I think is going to be way more drastic. But my
Yeah.
questions are we going to be able to like re-roll the weapons we already have? So if say I have like a 4 out of 5
That's a good question.
4 out of 5
Honestly,
frack at
probably
this, and
not.
I'm just missing that full choke, or I'm just
I
missing like
wish-
Asterize rounds. Can
I
we?
wish.
What, did they
But
mention?
knowing them, probably
Did they
not.
mention that certain like the weapons that'll be coming out, you could do that, but then they're going to bring up the older weapons up to do that?
They
Did they
might
mention
have.
that?
I don't know.
I think
I'm
they
not
did,
sure.
didn't they?
I'm not sure,
Chad,
but
didn't they mention that? Like at the beginning, like the weapons we'll get for Witch Queen,
need some confirmation.
you
here.
could do that, but then the older weapons will eventually be brought up to able to do that, I believe.
So the crafting's only going to be with
That
Queen weapons.
season and whatever the name of the season and Witch Queen
So they were
for those
So,
weapons.
With those weapons?
And I think they mentioned
sense.
further down the road that they were going to do it with the other ones.
Oh, I think that does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Well,
What does that
here's
smell?
here's what I want. Here's what I think, in my opinion, what weapon crafting should be, and I think it's going to be
Talk to me.
fantastic if this is the case. I get a weapon. I get a Witch Queen weapon. Say it's an auto rifle. It's not that great. It has one perk that I really like. I'm like, okay, this can take some time. I go to the weapon crafting thing. It says go get 500 kills with that weapon, and you can re-roll this perk to get possibly these 3 perks. Okay. I go back and I go into PvE. I go do a story mission. And I farm some kills. I come back. I got 500 kills on that weapon now, and I can re-roll it. And with no currency, it doesn't cost me anything because I just got 500 kills with it. Right? Maybe some legendary shards, of course, because I'm doing all that nonsense. And then I re-roll it and I get a choice of these 3 perks, and I can choose this one. Now it's like a 3 out of 5. But maybe I want something better, so I go get 1,000 kills with it or whatever, because that's how they were saying is going to be. You have to get kills with weapons to make them better, from my understanding.
Oh.
So I go and get 1,000 kills now on that one weapon, and now I can re-roll all the barrels and everything, and I can maybe re-roll
I don't think
the
they'll do
masterwork.
anything that complex. You know how
You don't
people
think so?
bitch-
Really?
I don't. I say that because a lot of people when
Complain about things being too difficult.
well, not only
Oh
that, but
my.
like being forced to do PvP to do something. People don't
Well,
like
not
to be
even
forced to do
PvP. It doesn't have to be PvP.
Just general kills.
Just in general, like I mean, if it is PvP counts as 2 kills, I don't know, or is how it always says like guardians count as more.
I just assumed you meant PvP wise because you're the PvP
Right,
guy,
no,
so
no,
that's
no.
why I just assumed.
in general kills, but like they
Yeah.
always say that guardian kills may count as more. So maybe
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
like
need
a higher
500
weight.
yeah, you'll earn like a 3
instead,
3 kills
3
for
to
every
5
guardian
instead.
kill you get.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I could see something. Yeah,
That'd be
Um,
interesting.
but I think they'll still add a currency to it. Like you'll need like
I mean, of course,
5.
right?
They're going to do
Certain
that.
requirements, but plus whatever else you need.
Plus the 500 kills or something like
Yeah.
that in that journal. Well, I think that would be perfect, because not only does that require you to go get the weapon, but maybe something drops that's even better, but then you have to get 500 more kills on that one to do better. You have to get a better one. So I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Maybe it would be more of like a currency that you have to earn. Because if it was just like you said, if it
Yeah,
was
I
for
just
one
feel like
weapon, then it wouldn't be. It might not be
Yeah.
worth it anymore.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea what Maddox explained, but I think knowing Bungie, they're going to add
They
another
probably won't do
currency. They're going to add another currency
always
that you need to
currency.
do
Yeah,
to re-roll something.
that you only
need
get
to do
from this and that and this and that.
Yep. Let's be
Interesting.
real. That's what they're going to do. They'll think of a weird name and a lore behind it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
This currency came from strange
Have a
coins.
lore
Give me
card
strange
that
coins
nobody
back.
will read.
Right.
Give me strange coins back. That was a Destiny 1 currency.
I still
that,
have tons of them on my D1 character.
or motes of
New-
light. That's what we
New
need.
currency you can only earn from Gambit. I would not get that weapon.
All right,
then.
who is that? We're
Not.
banning
I would-
them. We're banning them.
Yeah, Chippy, goodbye.
Goodbye,
He's
Chip.
my mod.
I just think it's going to be interesting because there hasn't been anything like this. I mean, this complex. I think,
Right.
like we talked about forging, but
Oh, yeah, they said that it gets stronger as you get kills with it. So what is stronger?
Yeah, they did mention that. Like the more
that's what I'm
that you
saying.
use
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
which is also kind of like in D1 where you had to unlock. You remember how you had to level
Right.
up XP to unlock the perks
Yeah.
on
Right.
the weapon?
Well, and isn't that how the glaive is gonna be too? Like
You're gonna
have to,
you're gonna get pieces as you go along, and then
Yeah.
once
to
you get the final
customize it
piece,
better, almost like aspects. It
right?
looked like.
Very similar, I think. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it should be. I think the weapon that you want, you should have to have experience with
Have
it.
a base weapon,
And then you go
then-
in and get kills with it. You get fond with it. You like it even more. You finally get that perk that you want, and now it's the weapon you're going to
Oh,
use.
what if it's like the stasis aspects where you get the base and you can kind of build on it, but you have to do certain requirements or quests or whatever to unlock that specific aspect or specific maybe perk or whatever
Or perk pool maybe, or something
or
like that.
something.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I would
We'll see.
I would mess with that because like I mean everybody wants that one roll, you know, and you have to go and
Mhm.
farm something or something like that, and then you might
And
get
it's
the 4 out of
RNG.
5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what if you can
so-
continuously? I mean, it might take a lot. Like, if you want the gun that you want in this game, you have to put forth a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sometimes you get lucky.
No, Riku brought up something in chat, which I kind of agree with. Now, this is more of a D1 thing, so Taylor might be like, eh. Now, you remember how
He's my lore guy.
how you got Necrochasm, where
Oh,
you had
yeah.
to wait to the husk to drop, then you would have to level that up, and it would turn into whatever the legendary weapon was called. I forgot what it was called, and then you would level that up, and then
Become
you
the
just
exotic.
need the
The crux of Crota.
Crux of Crota to drop. Yeah, what Riku said.
Mhm.
In order to complete it to make it exotic. Yeah. So
That'd be
maybe
interesting.
I don't know. I'm going to assume Bungie's going to do a huge like more reveal thing in January.
Oh,
Like
sure.
a week by probably do like a week by week. You know how they used to do the streams, where like okay, we're going to talk about this on this stream, and the next we're going to talk about this on this stream to lead up to which screen. Hopefully, because they used to do that back then, where they would do a weekly stream before the reveal would drop.
I don't want them to
That'd be
show us
cool.
too much though. In all honesty.
Yeah, I feel like I
Yeah.
mean, I hopefully they don't show story stuff, but like how things work. Like we're questioning, like okay, this is how you're gonna, do the weapons. This is how you're gonna do that. You know, so
I feel like even if they showed some stuff, there would still be some things you probably would have to, like, they always leave a little bit for you to have to
Sure.
figure out or see yourself. So
I think they can take so many different routes on it. So that's why I was just kind of theory crafting, you know, what
Theory
it
crafting,
could possibly be. So
Yeah.
another thing they mentioned with the Witch Queen is the story mode. It's going to be harder. There's literally going to be
difficulty.
there's going to be an extra difficulty that you can do
is that
solo
like
that
a-
you can do with your friends, and you earn more XP and higher chance drop rates and stuff like that. That's fantastic because there's a lot of
I'm
hardcore
excited for
gamers.
that.
There's
Which
a
they used to do that in Destiny 1 with the story.
They
could
did,
pick up the
and
normal difficulty and the hard difficulty.
no clue why they took it out.
Well, it should even be like a Halo where they have like, I don't know. I like how in that one you could do it on.
The tiers
I
of
don't
like
even remember
easy,
what the highest difficulty was. But yeah, the
legendary.
really hard one, legendary. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be cool to have like a legendary game or campaign mode or something like that. Like, just
right.
actually, like almost like GM but campaign. Like,
Right. Oh my god. Okay, a GM campaign. Oh my god, you'd be there for a
would be
week.
Oh,
I know,
jeez.
but I would like that. It's a challenge because that's why I mostly PvP, but I've been recently getting more into the PvE. But I like it when it doesn't necessarily need to be impossible or really hard, but like I like a challenge. I don't like it when you can just run around and pretty much do anything and then be fine. Like it's fun at first, but
Right.
then it gets old when you can always just run through things.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like a wave of enemies spawn and you camp this site for 3 rounds of enemies, and I'm tired of seeing that. What I want to see is
Yeah.
mechanics.
Prison of Elders.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about like story missions. Something happens. Here comes a war sap. Bang, defend the war
And
sap.
then you
Blah
sit
blah blah.
there for
Yeah,
a
and then you
while.
sit
Yeah,
there.
I don't like that.
I want immersion when it comes to story. Not only because of, like I said, this looks fantastic. I want it to be fantastic. I want to be like literally in the story when it comes
Like-
to the story missions. I want
Well,
there to
I
be
almost have to figure something out.
right. Yeah,
almost
like
little
mechanics
little
of a
puzzles or-
story,
yeah.
like a mystery going on, like inside, like literally getting
Not-
lost in the
Yes.
Chicago, old
That would be
Chicago or something like
awesome.
that. Like holy shit, would that be
Not
awesome?
just here's point A, go to point B, kill these things at point B, go to C, like it is just
Scan this
you-
and scan
you
that.
just,
Yeah.
like an actual, like you have to like maybe you're stuck somewhere because you are missing this one area or one point that you need to pick up, or like something like little more to the imagination, or you have to figure it out.
I think that would be fantastic.
That'd be really
Because
cool.
one thing that, again, we keep on comparing this to Taken King, because it is hopefully gonna be Destiny 2's Taken King, of course, you know. So in Destiny 2 or in Taken King in Destiny 1, the story was fantastic. You went through, you had all this lore, you had things getting taken, you had this big echo coming at you. There's just so much going on. There was all these side missions on all these other planets and stuff. I want it to be that insane, you know, like I'm overwhelmed with
that
story.
more RPG element.
Right,
like,
yeah.
it's
Because that's what they want it to be, you know, and they're comparing it. They literally said, I'll take quotes from them. They said it's going to be comparable to God of War, to Halo's campaign. And we all know God of War is literally just a story game, like, and it's fantastic. So, like, if they can get like that immersive of a story into one campaign of Destiny 2, I am all for it.
Yeah.
Count me in. Sign me up.
And,
$60 out of my paycheck. Let's do it.
Yes, and like what Moxley said, like that's pretty much what we were kind of getting at, but like maybe giving us an idea, but not just being like, hey, go here, go there, and then you get through it and you're done. That's mission 1. Like you just like actually, I don't know, just like you said, more immersive.
Yeah, and
Make it so
cutscenes.
much
I love
better.
cutscenes. I'm a big cutscene person.
Yes, not okay. I hate it when you're doing seasonal stuff and it's progressing like an overall like story, but it's literally just you sit there and listen through a freaking machine with dialogue, but it's like boring dialogue.
yeah.
Like give me a cutscene.
A hologram pops up.
Hey! I'll take that over where we had to go to the Bungie.net just to read the lore cards just to find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
they never put it in the game. So
there's a lot more lore in game than there used to be.
Nothing, but I wish there would be more cutscenes. Even if it was like that one cutscene with Saint, when it was explaining his backstory.
Yeah, like even like the drawing cutscenes that they do almost.
The animated drawing, but it wasn't like necessarily a full-fledged like movie scene. Like it doesn't need to be like that. But even like those little things, like to just show progression without having to just sit there and listen to dialogue for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I would appreciate that.
Stand in the tower and listen to them. I like that as like a maybe
I'm just different.
Like I
don't mind it.
A few things here and there, but when it, like you said, like when it go to the helm and listen to Saint 14 and whatever his name is, the fallen guy that we're Mithrax. Listen to them talk to each other, you know, for 5 minutes.
Well, and sometimes it's fine. Like it's fine to have those little snippets of dialogue or things you kind of just have to listen for to pick up on. But I wish they did have more cutscene stuff throughout the season. Like actually,
I totally agree, especially when it comes to campaign missions like this, because this is gonna be hopefully like click on this, go do the campaign mission. Wait, watch this real quick. This is what just happened.
Yeah.
Go in there. Oh my God, you have to go find someone that just got kidnapped or something like
campaign.
That. Right.
I would appreciate that a lot.
Right. And almost like, oh my God, imagine if it was like a continuous story as well too, and you didn't have to go back to the helm or you didn't have to go back to the thing. That would be pretty cool as well too. But Bungie does do it that way.
Yeah. Well, like even like you do something and it leads up to whatever event or whatever is going on, and then you see a scene of those actions unfolding before you get to the next mission. Like not just like a summary, but like showing you like a scene of something,
helping you visualize it almost.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm getting hyped. Let's go.
I know, I'm excited.
I'm just what makes this the most exciting to me is it is Taken King-esque, and it sucks that you didn't get to play Taken King, man.
Hey, maybe they'll bring back King's Fall.
I hope so. So one thing.
That's one thing.
One thing that they are doing though is one little snippet of content we get before Witch Queen is the 30th anniversary of Bungie, which is going to bring a new dungeon.
Halo.
Is it?
Wasn't there supposed to be like a Halo thing?
Is there? Is there something with Halo?
Maybe that was one of those like those spoiler things. That never mind.
Oh my God, spoiling on the podcast.
I don't know if it's confirmed. I'm sorry.
Halo comes out around that time. Does that count? I don't know.
I just thought I heard that there was supposed to be like something.
Oh, I have no clue.
Well, that was rumored a long time ago. No,
is it?
I don't think they were talking about like there's like one armor set that's from
supposed
Marathon.
Supposed to be like a homage to it or something.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
Bungie, you know. But yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I haven't heard of
Somebody said Halo PvP map. I haven't heard that. I just thought there was supposed to be like a little homage to it, like maybe an ornament or like or a weapon or something. Like I just heard. I thought that was like something that they talked about. Maybe that was.
I have no earthly idea. Interesting.
Well, and I don't even know how like solid that ground is to stand on. It might have just been
True.
like a little like oh, they think this is gonna happen, but it might not.
Yeah, we're getting the dungeon, and which is the loot cave dungeon.
Right. Yes. Yes. The inevitable loot cave. We love that. That's where it's going to start. But God only knows what the boss and stuff's going to be. And I hope it's a fantastic dungeon. They've done really well with dungeons, if you ask me. I think that's some of the best content that they've come out with. Is the dungeons. So.
Yeah, I really like dungeons too. Those are really fun. I'd love another one.
They're bringing back Gjallarhorn, which is literally if you think Destiny 2, if you think Destiny and you think the most coveted weapon, and you think Gjallarhorn, of course. So
I remember seeing lots of clips of people finally getting their Gjallarhorn and being so excited.
Or Gjallarhorn if people wanna correct me, excuse me. But yeah, that's coming back. That's gonna be fantastic. I don't know how if you're a Destiny 1 fan, if you played a lot of Destiny 1, I don't know how you feel about that. I would like to see it come back, of course, because it's the Gjallarhorn. Like, who cares? Like, it's just a rocket launcher. Well, you don't use rocket launchers anymore anyways, so stop complaining. But it's literally just Destiny. It's Destiny in the gun. So I mean, I do too. So I the newest one is pretty nice, but it's literally Destiny the gun. Like, it is the coveted weapon of Destiny, just like the I don't know, what's the coveted weapon of Halo, like the VR. I don't know. There's just things that you think.
Wasn't the sword?
There you go. The energy. Yeah. You think of Halo. You think you think of stuff. You think of Destiny weapons, and if you literally know anything about it, you think Gjallarhorn. So I'm happy it's coming back. I'm more happy about IS Luna because I'm a PvP player. IS Luna being probably going to be one of the best hand cannons to come into the PvP world, which is going to be fantastic. What I'm hoping for is it's going to be in the dungeon, where the dungeon's farmable, and you can continue to do
the armor set.
Oh yes, the thorn looking. Are you talking about the thorn armor set?
Yeah,
that looks fantastic.
I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh!
You said you watched the reveal like 5-6 times.
You have to
see that.
Wait,
maybe I did, but I'm not.
They're like all with like the thorns popping out, like it was like a thorn aesthetic. Yeah.
Was
that's
it
gonna be
purchasable ornament, or was it a seasonal ornament?
It was the one for the dungeon.
Oh, is that the dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Taylor,
interesting.
Shut up.
Yeah, come on.
See,
Destiny
even
nerd.
No, but
I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think it's gonna be that one little bit of content that we need before Witch Queen comes out. That too.
Well, I mean, we still have a lot of content coming up. I mean, we got Festival of the Lost coming up.
Festival of the same thing every year. Yep.
Well, they said we're not going to have the Haunted Forest.
Good.
So it might be something
for Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
And
that
then,
was so pointless.
obviously, we got the 30, and we got the Bungie anniversary. Then we start getting the Dawning, and we're still getting Moments of Triumph.
Okay, so
as well.
Festival, the same thing every year. Dawning of baked cookies. And what else did you say?
I want them to have the Valentine's Day one. They didn't bring it last year.
Right, because and guess what? It was PvP related.
Nobody plays it.
They have to bring it back because I never. Okay, I've been playing for a year and they have not brought the hug emote into the store since I've been playing.
You're gonna learn one thing about me. I'm very anti PvP.
So, I'm very against it.
So first it was mostly PvP, but now I play both regularly, and I think the game will be its healthiest when they focus on both.
Okay.
They need to focus on both.
You heard it here first, okay?
I don't want to create an
I have never agreed with someone so much in my life.
After being away for 3 months, so I'm just gonna smile.
I'm not saying they need to prioritize PvP over PvE, but I'm glad that they're taking the effort, like they are with Trials. And even though we don't always agree with the changes, they are actively working on it. And like when something happened, they fixed it like that, or are making conscious efforts more so now than previously. And I've only been here for a year, and I've noticed that.
Yeah,
their lack of attention to PvP.
Well, speaking of PvP, we mentioned this before stream started. Let's talk about just this week in general, because this was the first week of just Iron Banner. No trials this weekend because the most recent change they made was with Iron Banner out, there will no longer be trials that weekend to kind of give Iron Banner its, I
think they don't want to split the player pool.
Exactly.
For trials,
exactly.
Which
so
makes sense, but
I think it's fantastic.
Wish there was. I know I agree with it. I understand it. And I do support it, but having no trials this week kind of sucks because I got my Iron Banner done in the first day. That's another story. We'll get into that in just a moment.
we'll get to that in just a moment because I want to talk about that as well. So yeah, no trials this weekend. It sucks. I totally agree because trials is a big weekend thing for us PvP streamers and stuff like that, PvP players that go in there and we just play it. We enjoy the game mode as a whole. Not only do we like playing with our friends, but we like playing and maybe helping people to lighthouse and stuff like that. Or just overall, keeping us busy. So
yeah, exactly. And even I would be okay with the player pool being split, and even if only the sweaties wanted to play trials, I would be fine with that because I don't mind jumping into trials and getting my ass kicked for hours. Like, I will play trials regardless of if the meta's shitty, if stuff's broken, if it's an unenjoyable change, I will still play it. I of course want those changes, and I would like it to be better and more playable like that first week of this season for trials. But I will still play it. So I kind of wish that it did happen, but I'm okay with it not. But I wish
it's understandable, but
trials.
Yeah, it sucks.
Because not everybody will play it, and that's fine. But Iron Banner's a lot more noticeably sweaty this time around, for me personally, than before.
To an extent, I can agree with that. Yeah. Here's my question. Okay. Thoughts on just trials as a whole so far? We've had three weeks of revamped trials. We had week 1 where it was just trials.
Amazing.
It was just trials. We had burnout. We had just the regular stuff, the revamped loot system. It was literally the most successful trials weekend that Bungie has ever seen. Destiny 1, Destiny 2, literally one weekend of trials beat out whole seasons of trials since it came out in Destiny 2. So, that's fantastic. Like, that should show you something.
Which shows that they have the player base that want to play it. They
Absolutely.
Just need to focus on it.
And we even had people on we had a community podcast that week of people that have not touched trials in 2 seasons that went in there on Friday and went flawless and had a blast.
And it was fun.
Then what do they do? Week 2 rolls around and they give us the flawless pool. If you don't know what the flawless pool is if you go flawless, you are now put in a matchmaking pool of
separate matchmaking.
Only people that have gone flawless. So you're matching against harder opponents. You're matching against.
Like it.
What's wrong with that?
No. So continue what you're saying, and then I'll.
Yeah. So it's a player pool of only flawless players. So you can only match against other people that have gone flawless. Friday that sucks because it's literally just the best players in the game. I've been told that it gets better throughout the weekend, but I don't play after Friday. After Friday and Saturday rolls around, I'm not playing that shit. I don't want to play against people that are just bouncing their head on the walls and stuff like that and
stomp you. But
yeah.
So I think the idea of a flawless pool is not bad, but I like what they did this last week.
Right.
Where
so
they waited. They didn't have it immediately the second you go flawless. They give you the weekend or something.
So it went active on Sunday at reset. So you had Friday when it started all the way through Saturday, and then Sunday at reset the flawless pool got activated. So you would think of the first 2 days you had everybody that was going flawless and stuff like that, and then again Sunday the flawless pool was much larger than it would be on Friday. But there's a huge but here, Taylor. Okay. Because they added in the bullshit game mode of trials of
so
control.
We couldn't even truly enjoy it or see what it'll be like on a normal trials.
Exactly.
Weekend.
Here's my problem, and I saw this on Twitter as well too. They're attempting too many changes at one time. I'm okay with the game mode. I think it's a decent idea. It was poorly executed on a poor map for control of 3v3.
I was not a fan of that map.
And then the whole changes with the flawless pool. They had 1 week of the flawless pool to see how it went. And then they change it up. And then they give us a whole new game mode, week 3.
I think
we didn't even get to try how the trials flawless pool went.
I like that they're experimenting, but maybe they should have spaced it out a little bit. I still played a lot that weekend, the control trials. At first day I hated it. Second time I played it for like 8 hours, and it did get better. It did get a little bit more enjoyable, but it did take a second to like settle in for me. But so I didn't hate the idea of control. It just I think they said for the future for like the control type of trials lab, or at least people are theorizing, they don't think it'll just be you lose this round, the other team gets or you get the advantage if you lose.
They did say the control spawns will be a little bit more neutralized. Yes,
which I think should be a thing.
That's an obvious change. I feel like
something about not being able to super on the cap or something.
You don't get super energy from capping. from anymore. So a
Okay.
lot of people would if they were true gremlins, oh my
bubble.
god,
Just
they would bubble on
the
it,
thing.
capture it, and get like a quarter of their super, like a quarter of a bar, or just from capping the zone. A lot of people would play to cap and get a super a lot quicker than the other team, and then just stomp them, of course, because it's all about who
And
gets their
they
supers first.
needed to delay. I feel like they need to make the capping longer. I felt like it was so quick. Like it felt like somebody'd stand on the cap, you're still running across the map to get to them, bam, they're like pretty much almost capped, or they just bubble on it, and it was like, okay, well those things made it really shitty, because it could have been good or a good idea, but just the constant back and forth, like it just almost made it too even for like teams that were really similar in skill, or just like I just didn't like how it was, oh, you lose one round, or you got lucky one round against a really good team, then they have the cap, they instantly win that round. It's like it just felt like a
Here's what I truly hate about it, and what it really, in my opinion, kind of so going back to week 1, you had trials. It was fantastic. The better team won just about every time, you know? And that's what trials should be. The better team should win.
The pool was so big that people could enjoy, even just below average players could enjoy it, because there's so many people playing it.
And they're still getting loot. They're still getting loot. If they get to 7 wins, they could still get a depth loot and everything. The loot is flawless. I'm not mad about the loot at all. I'm just upset about how there's so many different things changing at one time, where we can't even test what they were changing in the first place, because there's a no change in there that we want to look at it. And then that other thing has changed, and it's so frustrating. But with the control is in my opinion, it's the lesser of the skilled team could win, you know, by doing that cap zone or whatever, which
objective,
right.
Which I don't necessarily 100% disagree with, because I think that I don't know how to feel about that.
You just think trials? I mean, I just don't think objective. I don't think the control point is something that just screams trials to me for some reason.
I never got to play this mode, but wasn't there a previous mode that was basically like search and destroy, where you have an objective, and if you fail the objective, don't you just lose? So like wasn't that what trials used to be?
I think it was countdown.
Yeah,
so trials of the 9.
It wasn't trials.
Trials of the 9 used to be survival, which is comp, or countdown, which was you have the little point of control. You can either activate it, and then you can defend that point, or you can just all out slay without So it was,
if you kill them all anyway, they can't do the objective.
Right. So it was one of the two. So this is very similar, but I think Countdown in general kind of played a little bit better, because one, there was only 2 spawn points. There was one that you had to defend, and then there was one that you had to, go and disable or whatever if the enemy team did it. They were a little bit more neutralized. And that's the change that they're already making, which is fantastic. I'm curious to see how it'll come out this next weekend. I'm going to play it either way, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if you ever got a chance to play week 1 of trials or anything like that. If you ever stepped into it.
Nope.
So many people that don't touch PvP really enjoy it.
I know that. Just
I
don't need to add more stress to my life. So
it wasn't stressful though. It was so fun.
I hope it gets back to that week 1 kind of prestige that it brought up to us, because.
And even if they do have the flawless pool, just like they're doing, like, make it wait. Like, just give people time to have fun.
Well, brings me to my thing I was mentioned earlier, that how Maddox said he didn't like the flawless pool or whatever.
Right.
I don't see what the problem is with that. Like, it makes it seem like if you're still with a group that's in the is still flawless, that you still want to stomp people who are still trying to get flawless.
So I guess I was more so referring to the flawless pool from the beginess, because that was terrible.
Day 1 flawless pool
I have not been able to play the flawless pool on Sunday thing yet, because I was out of town whenever it was going on.
I did that, and it was when it first happened, it did get progressively better throughout that weekend. Like on Monday, It was better than Sunday for me.
Right.
But it was still like, I felt like that was still kind of like a 50-50. Like you'd either, it was a lot of good teams, which it is flawless pool, so it makes sense.
Right.
It wasn't too bad. Like it overall was not that bad, but like they did that third week, they need to do that again for that flawless pool. Like just wait, not have it immediate launch,
Yeah,
because
that was-
week 2 is a disaster.
That was atrocious. I
Yeah.
went flawless the first card that I had on Friday.
yes,
The
and they could
second
not
card
even play it. It
was
horrible.
oh my god.
It
I have
felt like
literal
last
sweat
season.
bullets going down my forehead. It was terrible. I mean, and not that I'm saying it shouldn't be like that, but game 1 should not be like that. Game 2, as
Yeah.
the card goes on, it should get worse and worse.
Well,
Game 7 was atrocious.
I know people talked about how instead of like if you reset a card, you should be able to not be in the flawless pool. I don't know how I agree, or if I agree with that, but I know those ideas were being thrown out there too. Instead of
Here was my opinion. Whenever the flawless pool was first implemented, my opinion was the flawless pool idea is a fantastic idea, because then it gives those people that have not gone flawless to be in that pool of other people that haven't. That is fine. I'm okay with that. This is more of a casual type of trials since they revamped it, and that's okay. What I hate is whenever, like again, like I said, that Friday I went flawless and then I got punished for it, because now I'm just in this pool of tryhards, and I can't play with my friends anymore and have fun, because now I have to try my absolute ass off.
Yeah. Well, and then I wish it was almost character based. Like I wish you could get in the non-flawless pool on all 3 characters instead of it just being account wide.
So let me get this straight. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe this is why you're upset. So if you go flawless, you get tossed into a pool no matter what from here on out.
From the rest of the weekend,
your card,
no matter
you're
what,
stuck in that.
Yep.
Okay, that's a problem.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get
no,
at here.
Okay, that I misunderstood. Like, okay, if you're selling your flawless card, why not just reset it?
Yeah,
Basically, as soon as you hit it, no matter what,
no matter what, you hit the
So
lighthouse,
even-
you're in the pool.
Yep. So even if you were
Okay,
a
I understand
carry,
now.
if you got carried to flawless, you're trapped no matter what. You can't play non-flawless. And so say you would not have normally maybe gone flawless, you're extra screwed, because then you're only playing good players.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
so it was unenjoyable, especially when the actual flawless player pool was really small at the start of that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be an option. If you reset your card, you get tossed right back.
And that was my exact point. Is the only time you should be in the flawless pool, like I said, it's because it's not a bad idea, is whenever you have a 7-win card and you have that card that you went flawless on, because the cards are now farmable. You can have 7 wins on that card and continue to play on it over and over and over again. Earn trials and
grams.
Especially back
in D1 when you did trials, if you stayed on the same card and you get the
played straight flawless games every single time, and that's how it should be. Until you reset, then you're back to game 1, game 2, game 3, moving on until you go flawless again. That flawless pool should only be active then.
Like, it's still saying, don't fix what's not broken.
Absolutely.
They keep trying to fiddle with things.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind experimentation, but it just was not.
They got to think back. When did people were happy and bitched less? Maybe we shouldn't change it.
They gave us 1 week where nobody complained. Everybody was happy. I think the only people who there were some complaints, and it was because
I'm sure
solos,
more. Yeah.
Oh, solo queuing was terrible.
Yeah, because
it's so rough.
People would queue dodge. Like, that's what they need to get rid of. They need to get rid of the things.
And they are.
If I'm soloing and I see a 3-stack loaded, you bet your ass I'm going to cancel it.
I know, but so people were doing that. So all these solos were only getting put together against 3 stacks.
And here's the bad thing. Here's what sucks about that, Havoc, is if you queue dodged and we still loaded in, we don't get a win for that. We get a draw, and we have to re-queue after it already loaded us into the game. So
why can't they do it like how they do it with the Iron Banner, freelance Iron Banner? How come they can't do freelance trials?
They've talked about it, but here's the thing. Now,
why wouldn't they?
Split the pool.
It would split the pool.
Cares?
It would split the pool not only into 2 but into 4, because now you have the freelance solo trials, you have the freelance flawless pool, and now you have the regular flawless pool and now you have 4 different pools instead of just 2.
People will be playing your overall game mode, right? I mean, if you think about, I don't know.
Well, what they just need to do, I think what they are doing is they're going to prioritize solos.
Solo matchmaking.
Solos, yeah.
Solo matchmaking.
Without having a total separate pool, they're going to prioritize it. But I think what's going to help them prioritize it is getting rid of where you can see how many guardians are in the
surprise.
because if 3 solos end up happening to play together, like that's different, but it's different than people Q dodging or stacks intentionally trying to play solos, because that
Play
was
against
happening
solos.
too.
Yep. People would back out as a 3-stack if they saw
another 3-stack,
if they saw another 3-stack or another 2-stack. Maybe they would just try to only match against solos to make their card easier. But here's one thing as well too, is not only they're gonna prioritize solo matchmaking, which is fantastic. I think that's of course an obvious change that needs to happen. They're gonna take away the evaluating guardians number wheel or whatever. They're gonna take that away so you don't know.
Which they should.
But oh my god, I just had a point that I completely forgot.
Come back.
Oh man, it was such a good point. Oh.
So doesn't Trials just give you a headache?
Flawless.
No.
Are you just throwing out keywords?
No,
I
had keywords. Oh man, I don't know. The flawless pool needs to be where it's at. I think it's fine. I'm curious to test it this weekend. But the solo matchmaking I don't think needs to happen. The freelance, like I said, because that splits it into 4 different pools, and that takes away from the original pool of already lower amounts than it was before, because of the whole, now nobody wants to play in the regular pool or whatever. They're going to wait till Sunday. Oh, now I can wait till Sunday, and now I can play with other solos that haven't gone flawless. Oh my gosh. A lot of people, that was a big complaint as well too, is a lot of people are going to wait till that Sunday flawless pool happens. Don't go flawless the whole rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
Flawless pool gets activated. Now you're playing against easy people.
Now it's easy.
So you're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, which unfortunately, like, those things just kind of can't be controlled.
Oh, of course. No, then that's fine.
But
if you make it more accessible on those first few days, where it's like, hey,
you will have less people waiting for it.
Exactly. And I think there's like you said, there's some things we just can't alter, and that's the people that we're backing out. That's the people that were waiting till Sunday, and that's fine.
Or the people resetting on their flawless game because they wanted easy cards, or they were carry service streamers that wanted
resetting. They would stay out of the flawless pool
the whole
to have
weekend.
easier. And that's understandable as well too.
It is understandable, yeah.
So,
but it's just but those changes negatively affected most of the weekend. Exactly.
It brought
the future.
It brought that Friday player pool down to a much smaller number than it was on that week 1, where I don't think I matched a single team that I played more than once. Like maybe one person, but there was not like a single stack or anything like that I remember playing more than once, which is on week 1, because the player pool was so massive.
I don't think we played any duplicates, but on that control weekend there was 3. I can recall 3 separate instances where we matched the exact same team 2 times in a row, like for each of those times. So it was like we would maybe destroy them, and then we'd queue against them again, and then just have to shit on them again. So it kind of sucked for them, and then vice versa. Like, we got rolled, and then had to play the same team the second game. And then sometimes we'd have to back out of the queue and wait a little, and then jump back in, which sucks.
Yeah, and then if that's the case, they're just gonna queue dodge the whole rest of the time. Like, oh, I don't want to play against the same people, So
yeah.
That's okay. I think overall, I think Trials has definitely been in the hell. I mean, we have the anti-cheat, right?
Direction. So yes, that helped so much.
That obviously helped.
I can only think of maybe one instance where I was like, they might be juicing, but for the most part, like, the second you report somebody, they're gone, or they're just, you don't even see it that much anymore because it's been taken care of.
I don't think I've faced a single cheater. I've seen them on videos or whatever. That Jesus guy literally floating around.
I saw like 1 or 2, but it took me a while before I think I even saw them. Like, the change was great. Like, it's been working.
Yeah, I agree. I was watching one of my friend's streams this weekend, and he was playing comp, and round 2 started, and he hopped up, killed one guy, and he dropped heavy on round 2.
Oh my
goodness. And it was so funny.
This season, but there was a glitch going on where energy or special was turning into heavy.
Yeah, it was the scav thing. But this was just the other day, and they've recently fixed that, I think, as well too, which is awesome. So that's another thing they've been doing as well too, is there's a lot of changes happening really fast as well too, which is fantastic. So Bungie had a week off of Trials, which I think is one reason why they did this, is
maybe
take
tune
the
in
data
more
of the
and
3
experiment.
weeks. What worked, what didn't. Now we
What
have week
was
4.
overall enjoyed.
Right. Now we have week 4 where I think it's just going to continuously get better and better until they implement
I think
something
so.
else. Who knows what they're going to
I
bring
think
to
so,
us.
and it's fine to experiment, even if it's not like a fan favorite. It's like it's good that they're trying new things, and it's good that they're being more reactive sooner when stuff gets broken, rather than dismantling or disabling like the whole trials weekend. Because I remember when I first started playing, there was some weekends
There were a
that
few
they were
weekends
like,
that
something
literally got
happened, we're shutting
canceled.
down the whole weekend. Yeah, which sucks
Ugh.
because you wait the whole weekend for it, or you wait the whole week for it, and or 3 days, 4 days, but still.
Right. You think this is actually funny. Last week, Luke actually said there's more days of trials throughout the week than there is just regular days,
Not, yeah,
and we don't realize
which
that.
I enjoy, but yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
okay.
so.
I'm excited for it. Either way, I'm going to play it. I hope we get Havoc in there one day. Now that there's crossplay, we can do a Destiny Nerds card. Let's do it. All the
For
hosts
the
get together.
nerds. I'll do it for the nerds.
Let's go.
Matt can carry you guys.
There you go. No, Luke's going to carry us. He's the controller sniper. He's good.
Oh,
So
nice.
once Luke gets back.
That'll be cool.
Well, awesome. I think we are coming down to the end of our time limit here. We don't want to keep you too long. We know you're going to be streaming. I believe so, right? You're going to be going live here shortly.
Yep.
So we would like to just one more time hear who you are, where you do it, what you do, anything you're working on that you have coming up. You said you're going to be doing some spooky games, maybe. Working on a YouTube video, whatever you got. Now's the time to kind of lay it all out.
Promo.
Tell us what you do.
Sellout time.
Yes.
Okay. I am Taylor Liz. For anybody who knows me, doesn't. I am a Destiny 2 content creator. I mostly stream Destiny. I stream like 5, sometimes 6 days a week, almost every day. This whole week I did almost like 8-hour streams the whole week, so that was pretty.
Oh wow.
Lengthy. But yeah, I mostly PvP, but I will do like the weekly stuff, the raids, the playlist stuff. Like I do both. I'm super excited for GMs to come out, so I'll be doing lots of those.
Yes.
Don't call
next
me
week.
please. Yes, next week. So I'm getting GM ready. Been actually recently started doing Destiny content on YouTube. I just recently started uploading on Destiny or on YouTube Destiny stuff the last month or so. But fitness content ideas in mind.
I would love that.
If you follow me at all on any of my socials, you'll see it. But I used to actually do push-ups on stream. I do like channel point redeems / X amount of push-ups for subs. I want to bring those back.
I do them right over there. I know how it is.
Yep, I want to bring those back. But I'm gonna bring those back. Trying to work on the games, work on the Destiny, all the content. Spooky games this month too, so I'll probably be starting streams with Destiny, then doing spooky, and then maybe
what's spooky games?
So I have a list going. I haven't played too much actually, but I know Visage, whatever. Yeah. I know that one's been recommended, so I'm probably gonna play that.
Little Nightmares.
Gonna play some Phasmo. I haven't played Little Nightmares, so
I've heard that is a very good one.
Resident Evil Village. I never finished 7 either. Somebody said to play the RE2 remake. I might do that.
RE2 remake, I highly recommend.
I'll try that. I made a tweet and a lot of people responded, so I'll probably have to reference it again, but Visage was highly recommended. Lots of those games. Cool. I want to play even like stupid little Roblox spooky games because I'm a weenie. I get scared by like everything. So
they have the have you heard about the Squid Game? Have you heard about the Roblox Squid Game? Oh my gosh, you need to watch it. It's so good.
I've been seeing so many TikToks about Squid Game, and like so I kind of feel like I almost know the show a bit, but I haven't watched it.
It is so good.
I've heard great things, so I'm gonna watch it. I also blew out my mod speaker when I screamed one time during a stream, so maybe be careful with your volume.
Yes, volume warning.
But yeah, so just lots of stuff. I'm moving this next week, so I'll get my stream room again, and then after that, I'll be on the content grind. But lots of Destiny plans, fitness, mostly my stuff at the moment.
Awesome. Well, let's play Trials soon. I'm so down to hang out and play Trials. I'm free on Saturday. Let's do it. You heard it here first.
I'm free always.
Awesome. So we'll let you. Okay, what we'll do is we'll let you head out, go get your stream started, and we'll pop in whenever we see you live. Sound like a good plan?
Okay. Yep.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Guys, thank you so much. Taylor, thank you so much for hanging out.
Hopefully see you guys
we will
soon.
see you in just a minute.
Yep.
Have a
Bye.
good one.
Thank you.
Is
All
she
right,
gone now?
Havoc.
Can we talk smack on her? now?
No.
Okay.
Havoc, tell
She's-
what you got
she's
going
not
on,
gonna
brother.
Watch this.
No, she will.
Well, yeah. I'm doing spooky games as well. I played Visage on Saturday, which I yelled a lot. It scared the shit out of me. This week I'm going to be playing. Let's see. I'm going to be trying the Ghostbusters video game remastered. Going to play that. I'm going to play some Dead by Daylight this week. Also on Saturday nights for the month of October, I'm doing movie nights as well. We watched The Monster Squad on Saturday night, which was fun. If you've never seen The Monster Squad, you're missing out. Other than that, just spooky games, and I'll probably jump back on Destiny when Festival of the Lost drops. That's about it.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
I guess that counts.
Yeah, that counts. So yeah, spooky games and some Destiny. That's about it.
Cool. Yeah, I've been working on, dude. I've been grinding TikTok content and stuff like that, and just trying
YouTube
to find
shorts too, man. Like I've been busting on the YouTube.
I've been doing
man.
YouTube shorts. I've been creating YouTube videos and stuff like that. Doing a lot of. I share it on TikTok. I share it on Twitter.
Did you
Twitter
hit 100K yet?
Huh?
On that video, did you hit 100K on it yet?
On TikTok, I hit 100K. Yeah.
I'm talking about the YouTube video that you did.
Oh no, it stopped at 69K, which is even better.
Oh, that's even better. Still go up, man.
No, but yeah, we're just grinding content in other places, man. And what's really fortunate here is we were streaming the other night and we had some guy come in and say, "Hey, I'm from YouTube," and it fucking put a smile from ear to ear. I'm like, "Oh shit, it's real," you know, like.
So people do watch my stuff,
right? Yeah, and it carries over, which is fantastic. So
yeah, I know you were feeling down about it, man. And you just kept I know you took a break from it briefly, and then you just
the whole computer like screwed my whole momentum and stuff
you
up.
Jump back on the saddle, like, oh, let's do this again. Now you're seeing what you can
I have days and weeks worth of content already edited and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to space it out. So but yeah, I've been doing that.
Proud of you.
Thank you. But yeah, on Tuesday we will be doing scrims. So if you guys are PvP lords, hop in there Tuesday and Thursday, and then Friday we're actually hanging out with hardcore doing trials help, and then hopefully Saturday with Liz. We'll see. So
right.
We're currently just waiting on her to go live because we will be hosting Taylor Liz, our guest. She is indeed live. So let me do that. Awesome. You got it rolling. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the conclusion of episode 37 with our wonderful guest, Taylor Liz. If you guys are listening to this on Spotify, make sure you guys like and comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you're on YouTube. And then follow us on our Twitch as well, too. Everything is The Destiny Nerds. You can find us on Twitter. And everything will be going live within the next few days. Hopefully, Mr. Luke will get everything rocking and rolling here shortly. So
he sure will.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll see you next Sunday. Peace out.